Have you ever felt your own heartbeat? I'm not talking metaphorically. I'm asking you if you've ever placed your hand on your chest and actually felt the rhythm, felt the gentle but constant pulse beneath your skin. Have you ever wondered how many beats you have left? 1 million? 1,000? Maybe just 10? You laugh, perhaps nervously, but what if the laughter stops when your heart does? What then? Do you even understand what your heart is? This fragile, tireless muscle hidden beneath bone and flesh, working day and night, pumping life through your veins? Every heartbeat you feel, every single one, is borrowed. It's not yours. It's never been yours. You didn't create it, you can't control it, and one day you won't be able to hold on to it either. But have you truly faced the gravity of that? Have you allowed yourself to sit quietly, away from screens and distractions, and wonder deeply, what happens when this borrowed heartbeat finally ends? We avoid it, don't we? We fill our lives with endless distractions, flooding our minds with meaningless entertainment, social media feeds, temporary pleasures, hoping we'll never have to face the inevitable. But beneath that noise, beneath the daily chase for dopamine, there's a silent countdown. A clock that started ticking the very moment you took your first breath, counting down silently, relentlessly, unstoppably toward zero. Toward the moment when your breath ceases and the heartbeat you never truly owned returns to the God who lent it to you. But here's a terrifying thought. What if death isn't just the end of consciousness? What if it's the beginning of an awareness more intense, vivid, and eternal than anything you've ever experienced? Can you even comprehend that? Have you ever considered that death might not be a gentle fade into darkness, but a sudden awakening, one that reveals every lie you've ever believed, every truth you've ever ignored, every whisper from God you've ever silenced? Picture this vividly with me. The very second your heart stops, your eyes close, and your breath ceases, you won't drift into peaceful sleep. Instead, something profoundly unsettling happens. You find yourself outside of your body, immediately conscious of yourself, but detached from the physical form you thought was your identity. The lifeless body lying below you isn't a stranger. It was you moments ago. But now, standing outside of yourself, you realize how fragile, temporary, and incomplete the physical existence was. Your body was just clothing for the soul, a temporary home for an eternal essence. And now the real you, the soul, has woken up fully. It's wide awake, fully conscious, completely aware. No more hiding, no more pretending, no more denying. You are now in the purest state of reality you've ever known. But here's a question that may terrify you. In that moment, are you alone? Or is something, someone, already waiting for you? Have you ever read Hebrews 9:27? It clearly says, "It is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment." Notice the verse doesn't suggest that you wander aimlessly after death. It states plainly, after death comes judgment, instantaneously. And if judgment follows death immediately, then someone must be there, waiting, watching. But who exactly is it? This isn't the smiling, watered-down God you heard about in comforting sermons. This isn't the vague, distant figure some churches speak softly about. No. The God who meets you in that instant is unimaginably powerful, infinitely holy, unspeakably pure. Your soul recognizes him immediately because he created it. He's the one who breathed your very first breath into your lungs, who knitted you together in your mother's womb, who has known every secret thought and hidden motive you've ever had. And the moment your eyes meet his, the moment your soul becomes aware of his presence, you feel everything. His power, his majesty, his love, his anger, his sorrow, his holiness. It washes over you, overwhelming your soul, pulling away every lie, every justification, every excuse you ever built. The prophet Isaiah, when he saw a mere glimpse of God's glory, fell to the ground crying, "Woe to me, I am ruined." Isaiah 6:5. He wasn't exaggerating. In the face of infinite holiness, every impurity within you screams for mercy. Now imagine that moment clearly, standing before this God, utterly exposed. Your life, every second of it, becomes vividly clear, shown to you in astonishing detail. Every hidden lie, every moment of secret sin, every kindness and cruelty, all revealed in crystal clear, undeniable detail. Psalm 98 says, "You have set our iniquities before you, our secret sins in the light of your presence." Did you think that was metaphorical poetry? No, it's a terrifying truth, a glimpse into this exact moment you will face. At that instant, you understand fully. Nothing you ever did was secret. Nothing you ever whispered went unheard. Nothing was forgotten. It was all recorded, all remembered, all seen by the eyes of eternity. Do you realize now how terrifyingly clear that moment will be? Do you understand the gravity of your entire life exposed completely and without mercy? And maybe, just maybe, at this moment, you'll desperately wonder, why didn't I listen sooner? Why didn't I take this seriously? Why did I chase meaningless things when eternity was waiting for me? But at that point, is it too late? Because here's something no one ever tells you. God doesn't send people to heaven or hell arbitrarily. He doesn't flip a cosmic coin to decide your eternity. You choose your eternity every single day of your life with every decision you ever make. Each choice pulls you closer to heaven or deeper toward hell. Every heartbeat is a step toward an eternal destination. But have you ever truly realized this? Have you ever allowed it to impact the way you live your life, the way you treat others, the way you speak, act, think, pray? In that eternal moment after death, the reality of heaven and hell becomes unmistakably clear. But it's not what you think. It's infinitely more real, vivid, and intense. You haven't even begun to imagine how intensely alive eternity truly is. Heaven isn't soft clouds and boredom. Hell isn't just fire and pitchforks. Both are eternally real, and both are unimaginably powerful reflections of the life you've chosen to live. Now I must ask you again, are you prepared for this? Or have you spent your entire life avoiding the question, pretending this day would never come? Because it will come inevitably. And when it does, you'll face something far beyond human comprehension. Will you stand there in horror, filled with regret and desperate for one more chance? Or will you stand in awe, knowing your soul is finally home? But before we move forward into even deeper waters, you must answer this clearly within your soul. If eternity began right now, at this very second, would you be ready to meet the God who waits for you on the other side of your final heartbeat? Or would you tremble, knowing that you've been running away your whole life? Think carefully, because what I'm about to reveal next is darker, deeper, more shocking, and more profoundly mysterious than anything you've heard before. Are you sure you're ready for what's waiting beyond this point? Because from here, there's no turning back. Because beyond that point, everything you've ever known begins to unravel, not softly, not gently, but violently, cataclysmically, and irreversibly. You now see with perfect clarity that the world you inhabited was just a fragile illusion, like a veil stretched thin between you and eternity. And as your soul moves deeper into this eternal revelation, the veil tears away violently, revealing realities humanity has long forgotten, truths your culture, your media, even your churches have desperately hidden from you. Have you ever heard of the Book of Life mentioned in Revelation 20:12? It's not a metaphor, not a poetic allegory. It's real, tangible, shockingly literal. Imagine it clearly now, an ancient book, massive and radiant, pulsating with an energy that shakes eternity itself. It's open, and within its pages are inscribed names, your name perhaps, or perhaps terrifyingly absent. Did you know that this book records not only names, but choices, decisions, and hidden motives? Everything you ever did or thought is documented in vivid detail. Each action etched permanently onto its pages, glowing brightly, hauntingly, forever remembered. But is your name there? And now comes the ultimate reckoning. You stand before God, not distant, but frighteningly close. You feel His presence pressing against your soul, intense beyond comprehension, infinitely loving yet infinitely just. You remember the terrifying words from Matthew 7:23, "Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoers." Imagine the horror of hearing those words echoing eternally, not because God rejects you, but because you rejected Him, again and again, day after day, with every breath and every heartbeat. But then your vision shifts again, spiraling even deeper, darker, more twisted. Have you ever truly contemplated what hell is? It's not flames alone, not a simple punishment or metaphor. Hell is infinitely worse. It's absolute, unending separation from everything good, everything pure, everything that ever gave your life meaning. Hell is isolation, eternal regret, infinite loneliness. Picture clearly the parable Jesus told of the rich man crying out desperately, begging for just one drop of water. Luke 16:24. Do you think Jesus was exaggerating? No. He revealed the raw, terrifying reality that awaits those who choose to live life without God. And here is the frightening mystery you've never considered. Souls in hell remember. They remember clearly every sermon ignored, every Bible verse mocked, every invitation to salvation brushed aside. Their memories haunt them eternally, playing on endless repeat, forcing them to relive every ignored opportunity, every whispered chance, every call from God silenced by pride, distraction, or indifference. Imagine eternity, haunted by endless regret, trapped in a relentless cycle of memories you can never change. But just as hell is infinitely horrifying, heaven is infinitely magnificent, far beyond your imagination. It isn't simply a peaceful paradise, it's absolute perfect unity with the God who created you. Imagine it now vividly, your soul merging completely, joyfully, perfectly with infinite love, infinite joy, infinite purpose. Heaven isn't static or dull. It's vibrant, alive, dynamic, eternally unfolding in a blissful revelation of God's infinite glory. Picture the scenes described in Revelation 21:4. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. This isn't just poetry, it's eternal reality. Every pain you ever felt erased, every scar healed, every tear wiped away forever. Yet how do you enter this place? Only through surrender, the absolute, full, total surrender of your soul to the one who created it. Not through half-hearted belief, not through empty religion, but through authentic, complete surrender to Jesus Christ, the one who took your place, suffered your eternal punishment, and conquered death itself. Did you understand why he had to die? Did you grasp the horrific price he paid so you could enter heaven? It was because your eternity, your soul, was infinitely valuable. Jesus didn't endure unimaginable agony so you could ignore him. He did it so you could return home, eternally safe in the arms of infinite love. But you must choose. Right now, right here, because here's the deepest secret humanity has forgotten. Your eternity doesn't begin when you die. It's already started. Every second you breathe, every heartbeat, every word, every thought, every secret motive is eternally significant, echoing forward into infinity. You are already shaping your eternity right now with every choice. And someday soon, much sooner than you imagine, you will stand in eternity and realize exactly how real every warning, every promise, and every word you ignored truly was. The ultimate secret hidden from humanity, twisted and buried beneath layers of culture and media and lies, is simply this. God has never been distant. He has never been silent. He's been shouting, calling, whispering, crying out to humanity since the beginning, through every generation, every culture, every language, pleading desperately, "Wake up before it's too late." But have you listened? Are you listening now? Now let me ask you directly, personally, profoundly. If you died right now, right this second, would you stand before God, confident, safe, eternally secure? Or would you tremble, knowing deep within your soul that you wasted your life chasing emptiness, ignoring eternity, silencing God's voice again and again? Because you don't have forever to answer that question. One day soon, maybe even today, your heart will stop. And in that instant, everything I've told you will no longer be prophecy. It will become your reality. Eternal, absolute, irreversible. But there's still time. Right now, time to repent, time to surrender, time to fall to your knees and say, "God, save me from the eternal nightmare I've built for myself. I surrender, I believe, I choose eternity with you." Yet this time will end, and when it does, your choice will echo forever. And now you know everything, the dark secrets of eternity, the shocking reality of heaven and hell, the unimaginable gravity of every choice you ever make. Now your soul feels it, doesn't it? Something deep inside you is shaking, crying, shouting. This is real. This is terrifyingly real. Now the only question remaining is simply this. What will you do with the truth you've just heard? Will you choose life, eternity, heaven, or will you keep scrolling, keep ignoring, keep running toward the darkness, waiting silently for your final breath? The choice, terrifyingly and beautifully, is yours alone.